Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Sorry I missed yesterday. It's just been really hectic around here lately, and it's my fault. I apologize. Like I said before, I'll try to keep this to a minimum. These misses to a minimum, I should say. And when I do miss one, I will do my best to make it up to you the next day. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to make it up to you the next day. And what I'm going to do is go over the 6 biggest questions I've been asked about lately in order of least asked to most asked. So, without further ado, I want to thank everybody for watching. I really appreciate the support. Thank you for spending your most valuable asset, your time. I'm sure I've said that before, but I really mean that. And I hope you're finding me informative, entertaining, educational, and inspiring. So, here we go. Am I going to do more fab work, and when? Right now, there's a few things in store for the fab work. I know the last thing I really did was the 9-inch conversion on that old engine stand, and I need to clean up the video for that 9-inch project because I have got that all filmed. I just got to get it edited. But yes, there's more fab work coming. It's not going to be in the too distant future that we'll get back to doing some of that. Will there be more track videos? Yes. We just haven't had opportunity to film. We've been helping out at the track and working. As I said, I'm doing some things to expand Speed Oasis and hopefully make a better viewing experience for Fab Race Mod Repeat in the process. And that's really had to focus on my time. And I apologize for that, but it's things that I have to do to keep everything working and moving forward in a positive and progressive manner. There will be more track videos. They'll be coming hopefully sooner than later, and there will be more. Don't worry about that. Gear bag video. A lot of people have asked me about doing what's in my gear bag video. The reason I haven't done it is in the past when I had fewer viewers, and thank you for those of you that have stayed with me the whole time and those that have recently joined. I really appreciate the support. But the last time I did a gear bag video, I didn't really do a gear bag video. I talked about my computer dying, and then the next video was to getting the Omen HP laptop to replace it, which, you know, using a gamer video card to do video and graphics work for YouTube videos has been great. It works really well. So, if that's something y'all would be interested in, because I know we're a car channel, we're not really a tech channel. If you guys would like to see what's in my bag, let me know down in the comments. And if there's enough interest for it, I would be more than glad to make a video about what's in my bag and kind of my process and the whole creative flow and the artistic side of it and the planning side of it. Just, like I said, if there's enough interest, I'll do it. Next biggest question was, why are some of the projects stalled? Well, as you know, if you've been following the channel, and I've mentioned it here and there, I know I've mentioned it at least once. I think I've mentioned it more than that. Some of the projects that you see me working on are mine. Some of the projects you see me working on are clients. Some are friends. Some are just things that popped up, like a friend of a friend or a customer or whatever. They needed some help doing some consultant work, and I make a video about what we're doing, film it, put it out there. That has kind of made the channel be more of a variety channel, and I really need to focus it down. So what I'm planning to do in the future, and I think it'll help with this, and feel free to let me know what you think again down in the comments. I love to hear from y'all. Is I'm going to start, if I know I'm going to do something over a 3 or 4 night period or over a 2 or 3 week period as the client's got time for me to come work on it or bring it to me or whatever the case may be, I'm going to film it and then break it up and put it out in segments later where I can say, okay, like every Tuesday or every Thursday for the next 3 weeks, we're going to show this. It's kind of where I'm planning to go with that. So hopefully that'll clean up some of that. The other reason some of them installed is they're not my projects. They're stuff we're doing for other people. And they're either waiting for back-ordered parts or they've gone as far as their thought process as to where they want to go with the car next. They're on the threshold of, okay, just pulling some stuff out of the air here. Is this going to be a race car or a street car? Is this going to be a pro street car, or is this going to be a 4-length small tire car? That kind of thing. So until those decisions are made, and some of them are just waiting, they've spent their budget for the quarter for their hot rod, and we got to get it built back up before we can proceed. So that's what's going on with that. But I think my little plan of getting it all filmed up before I start putting it out should help with that. Now, hands down, the two biggest questions: what's up with the Y block and FE build number 2? All right. The response was so great on the Y block. We weren't going to throw it away or anything, which I've had a few people ask me that. Were we going to junk it? I was never intending to junk that engine. I was going to put it on the side and maybe do something with it later. The original plan was to take that vehicle and put a Coyote and a 6-speed in it. And by that I mean a 3-pedaled 6-speed, not a slushy box 3-speed. But so many people are doing Coyote swaps now, it's like doing an LS swap. We'd be just another one on the bandwagon. So I've decided to hold off on that. Go ahead and go with the Y block. But I got to ask a question, and I'm sure some other people in the industry have felt this. The last time I built one of those Y blocks, I was about 17, 18 years old. So that was about 30 years ago. And they weren't ever plentiful, but we worked on them periodically. And I've still worked on them periodically over the years, just haven't actually built an engine. It's like do repair work, rebuild a distributor, alternator, starter, swap out a manifold, that kind of thing. Thunderbirds, trucks, Galaxies, Edsels, all kinds of stuff. But there used to be tons and tons and tons of this Y block stuff that I knew where it was. And I hadn't really been looking for any of it, and a lot of it's gone away. It's either been scrapped, or the people moved on, passed on, unfortunately, whatever the case may be. The stuff got junk, sold off. They downsized and went with a more modern powertrain and some of their other cars and kept just enough to keep their old truck or their old 61 Ford running, that kind of thing. So I'm really going to have to step back and take a look. Now, some of y'all have sent me some tips for people that are making parts for them, especially aftermarket manufacturers and all, and I've been in touch with a couple of them. And I'm confident we got enough out there to do it. But what was going to be a budget build, just from the scarcity and the age of the engine, because they're 50, 60 years old now and been out of production since 1963. I think the last ones came out early 64. They made the last castings in 63, as I understand it. They just aren't out there anymore. The 312s are about used up, so I'm really hoping that's a 312 in this truck. But like I said before, I'm not sure that it is, but we'll find out. So I do want to get it pulled out. I do want to find out what's making the clicking noise, and I'm thinking whatever's making the clicking noise is how the metal shavings got any oil. So we'll be getting back to that probably after race season stops, and maybe getting into the spring. But it's on the plate. It will be happening. Now, FE build number 2. I had FE build number 2 all laid out. We knew where we were going. I've already got the heads and the valve train. I've got the rocker arms. But I was hoping to find a better block. And I really hadn't had any luck finding a reasonably priced side oiler, just because I know this thing's going to get raced a little bit. So I wanted something a little better than just a 390 block or just a 428 block. So I'm kind of holding off on starting that one, though I will start porting and doing some other things to it, the basic porting, getting the manifold matched up, that kind of thing, in hopes that things will present themselves to maybe I can get an aftermarket block. So that's where we're at on that one. But there's some other things I got to do to the car in the meantime that early next year, middle of next year, will start coming out on the video as we get the car ready for the engine and move forward from there. Kind of the same thing with the Y block. I may not put the Y block back in the vehicle that it's currently in. It was suggested that maybe that could be a good T-bucket engine or a good hot rod engine, that kind of thing. But that's another case of, okay, we got to see if we're in a position to be able to make that move with everything else that's going on. But I hope that clears up the 6 biggest questions. Again, I appreciate everybody's support of the channel. It means a lot to me. And as long as I'm having fun at it and you guys are finding me interesting, entertaining, informative, and inspiring, then I'm going to keep making videos. I'd love to hear from you. Any comments you have, please put them down in the comments. I try to answer everybody. It may be a bulk answer like this. I may hit you back. If you put a comment down there, I may, text right back, or I am right back off of the YouTube right there. So that's where we're at. As always, practice your skills, learn a new one. Either way, turn it into craftsmanship. You never know how far it'll take you and what other disciplines you can apply it to in your life, in your work, in your personal life, whatever. You never know where you'll be able to use it. So, until next time, have a great day. This has been Fab Race Mod Repeat.